thank you for giving a few minutes during your service to join with Both Lives Matter and the Evangelical Alliance to celebrate the Word, Jesus Christ, becoming flesh. As Christians, we celebrate God's incarnation in the person of Jesus. And for over 1600 years, some church traditions have set aside a day at the end of March to celebrate that truth. The Feast of the Incarnation celebrates the awesome truth of God the Son being fully human and fully divine. Incarnation. When you hear that word, what and who do you see? When you think of the humanity of Jesus, perhaps you picture him walking with his disciples, healing the sick and teaching beside the Sea of Galilee. You may remember and give thanks for his sacrificial and saving love, picturing him publicly and painfully displayed on the cross, and then wonderfully restored in bodily resurrection 3 days later. Or do you think of Christmas and see him as a tiny newborn in the manger? In visualizing those scenes, we know that Jesus joined us in all our humanity, vulnerability, and dependence from birth to death. God's plan could have been that Jesus would appear in the desert as a 30-year-old man ready to proclaim the good news, or that he'd be found as a baby, like Pharaoh's daughter did with Moses. But that wasn't the plan. His human embodiment didn't only take the form of an adult or begin at birth. His incarnation, his human journey, began pre-birth. He developed in the same way we did until he was born, which we then celebrate 9 months later at Christmas. Did you know that we celebrate the birth of Christ on December 25th because early church tradition taught that Jesus was conceived on March 25th? This is the date his church chose to celebrate his incarnation. God chose to come as an embryo. And for a few minutes today, we want to stay in the wonder of that moment, to dwell in and meditate on God's plan, his choice to join us in and through the fullness of human embodiment, from conception. The one who created all was himself created in his mother's womb. The Word who spoke the universe into being and calmed the storm in an instant, also submitted to wait 9 months, during which he would grow, develop, and prepare to be born. There were 9 months between the angel and the manger. Let's dwell on those 9 months of development, beginning in a form smaller than the eye could see, growing into an embryo, a fetus, a baby in the womb. 9 months of waiting, 9 months of growing from an invisible to a visible pregnancy. 9 months of rumour, gossip, suspicion. Was he despised and rejected by some already? The Alpha and the Omega, the Ancient of Days, the Lion of Judah, a baby growing inside a pregnancy bump. God incarnate in utero, in the womb. This profound truth that we are his image bearers from conception gives value, dignity, and worth to every human being from that point. Have we forgotten, or do we rush past and miss the beautiful truth of what God chose and how he decided to begin his human journey? That being made in his image and being his image bearers on earth includes from our earliest form, because that's where and how he joined us. God Unborn. Beginning today and for the next 7 days, we're inviting you to download and make use of the God Unborn resource on our website. We have suggested 7 scripture passages that we hope will help you pray and reflect on the remarkable truth that God, the creator of all, chose to become human. With the daily suggested scripture passage and using the Lectio Divina pattern of read, meditate, pray and contemplate, we invite you to spend time with God, dwelling on the unborn God living, developing and growing in his mother's womb. As you do, we hope that you too will find the joy, hope, faith, and blessing that comes from this mystery.